Hello and welcome back to another one of my dinosaur videos. Today I'm going to be doing a dinosaur tier list with all the dinosaurs. Right here, we have them all right here from different documentaries / paleo art. Haven't done a tier list video in a long time, so we have our tier list right here. We have the first tier list in red, prehistoric gold. Second tier list is classic. 3 looks cool. 4 boring, and coprolite, otherwise known as crappy, not good. That's what coprolite I think is supposed to mean. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be giving any of these the coprolite spot. I think most of them will go from red to yellow, but if I happen to stumble across one that I don't like, then yeah, unfortunately it might fall. There might be some in the coprolite spot. So we have all of our dinosaurs, and I see a marine reptile, which is not a dinosaur. Before I jump in to putting the dinosaurs into the tier list, I like to clarify something. Most people, when they say dinosaur, they will call an alligator or a crocodile a dinosaur. Alligators and crocodiles are not dinosaurs, which means they're not going to be included in the tier list. So if anybody happens to say in the comments that why didn't you include crocodiles and alligators, well, they're not dinosaurs. So without further ado, we will jump into our first dinosaurs from the Walking with Dinosaurs series. To start off, we have the Walking with Dinosaurs. If I can drag it, there we go. The Walking with Dinosaurs, Chased by Dinosaurs. I have it up here on my bookshelf. The Walking with Dinosaurs special, Chased by Dinosaurs with Nigel Marven, is the first dinosaur to go in the tier list. The Chased by Dinosaurs, Walking with Dinosaurs thing that I believe appeared, 2003, Tarbosaurus, is going to be our first dinosaur in prehistoric gold. So I just love this dinosaur just because of the nostalgia and everything about the Tarbosaurus. You know, we got to see it in the early 2000s. It's made its appearance, hasn't made its hopefully it might make a reappearance in the future, but I think it will probably just stay in the 2003 documentary Chased by Dinosaurs. Who knows? Okay, next dinosaur from also with the Walking with Dinosaurs series that I feel like is prehistoric gold. The it started with an O. Ornitholestes, there we go. The Ornitholestes from Walking with Dinosaurs. I have it also on my bookshelf. Walking with Dinosaurs. This guy appeared in that documentary. So I feel like Ornitholestes belongs in prehistoric gold. It could also go, these guys can also go into classic, but I feel like they're gold, and they belong in the gold spot because yeah. Okay. So the next dinosaur that we are going to include in is also Walking with Dinosaurs. The Walking with Dinosaurs, I believe, was it a Gorgosaurus? Yeah, I think it was a Gorgosaurus. It had a beautiful design, and I also have it in my collection on my shelf. From the Walking with Dinosaurs movie, This guy appeared in the Walking with Dinosaurs movie from 2013. I feel like this guy doesn't belong in prehistoric gold or classic because as the documentary, of course, is not very, it's not really a very well, um, it's not really a classic or prehistoric gold. Most people in the paleo community will agree with me that it looks cool, but yes, it doesn't belong. It doesn't belong in classic or prehistoric gold. Okay, moving on to our next dinosaurs. Um, Also from the Walking with Dinosaurs series, the Walking with Dinosaurs from 1999, the Coelophysis, I believe, is a classic design. Now, I know that unlike the other two, it's classic, I feel. It's has a nice design. They gave it a nice design. And I believe I should put one of the Walking with dinosaurs in the classic spot because, well, we're going to be adding more prehistoric gold, but also we have to put at least one Walking with dinosaur from 1999 in classic. All right, moving on to our next dinosaur in the tier list. I think the next dinosaur should be the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it's gonna go in looks cool. Now, Tyrannosaurus Rex looks an awfully cool dinosaur, I believe. However, this design is paleo art and does not belong to any dinosaur documentary. Yes, I would say that it either goes in classic or looks cool, but I believe it looks cool. It's definitely badass, I'd say, definitely, but that's not a tier list spot. Overall, I'd say that Tyrannosaurus Rex goes in the looks cool tier list spot. All right, moving on to our next dinosaurs, we have the Allosaurus, which is, of course, paleo art, and it's not. This design is not from any dinosaur documentary. I feel like this Allosaurus design with paleo art. I'm not sure whose paleo art is, and I don't have the time to look for whose paleo art this is, but I believe that Allosaurus is a cool looking dinosaur and should go in the looks cool spot. It's just so cool. Okay, moving on to our next dinosaur, I feel that is a classic is Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus goes in classic. Now, this doesn't belong to any dinosaur documentary, but is paleo art. I'm not gonna look to see whose paleo art is because I don't have the time to look for everybody's paleo art that appears, but I will give them a shout out at the end and credit all the anonymous paleo artists, of course, that some of these pictures are from. So I believe the Parasaurolophus goes in classic. It's just a classic dinosaur that I love, and I feel like it should go in the classic spot. All right. Next up, we have the Triceratops, which also goes, I feel, in the looks cool. The Triceratops looks cool and is, I'd say, a classic and looks cool, but I have to choose one or the other. I can't place it in between because that's not how tier lists work. Okay, next dinosaur I'd say looks cool is the Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus looks cool with all spikes, thagomizer on the end of its tail. It's a pretty cool looking dinosaur. All right, for the next dinosaur, I feel like we have to jump straight into a Cretaceous era dinosaur. We're going in from Jurassic to Cretaceous. The Carcharodontosaurus from, I believe, Planet Dinosaur or Dinosaur Planet. They always change around the planet names, and it always confuses me. But the Carcharodontosaurus from that dinosaur documentary, I feel like it's just a like prehistoric gold. So that's why it's going to go in there. I know this is a lot of my opinion, but uh, it's it's just pretty much all opinion at this point. Anyways, moving on to another dinosaur I feel like is a classic dinosaur is the Velociraptor. I feel like the Velociraptor is a very classic dinosaur that should go in the classic spot because it just screams classic. Yes, it looks cool. This picture is from paleo art of some kind. I don't know whose shout out to whoever made this. Credit the anonymous paleo artists that I don't have the time to look for because yeah. Anyways, next dinosaur I feel like um, is a cool looking dinosaur is the Ankylosaurus. The Ankylosaurus with its bumpy, with its tail club at the end is just a cool looking dinosaur, and I'd put it in looks cool. Okay, moving on to another looking cool dinosaur is the Therizinosaurus. I feel like the Therizinosaurus is a cool looking dinosaur. It has um, those long claws at the end of its fingers, and it is just looks cool. Um, this is paleo art of somebody. I don't know whose this is. Shout out to who's ever paleo art this is. Okay, moving on to the next dinosaur that I feel like is a classic is I think this is either Archaeopteryx or Microraptor goes in classic. I feel like this is a very classic feathered dinosaur with the long feathers. I don't know who's this paleo artist. Credit to whoever this paleo artist is. Okay, moving on to our next dinosaur. I feel like the next dinosaur is Styracosaurus, and I'd put it in looks cool. The Styracosaurus is a very cool looking dinosaur with the horns on its head, the horn on its nose or snout, and its horns. It's just a cool looking dinosaur, and I feel like this belongs in the looks cool. Okay, moving on to our next dinosaur that also goes in the looks cool spot is the Pachycephalosaurus with its head dome. It was a head-butting dinosaur from the Cretaceous period. I really believe Pachycephalosaurus goes in the looks cool spot. Okay. The next dinosaurs I feel like should go in this is the Diplodocus. I feel like the Diplodocus is a classic dinosaur. We see it for the very first time in the Walking with Dinosaurs from 1999. And overall, this dinosaur is absolutely the coolest. I'm not sure if this is a Brachiosaurus. I believe this is a Brachiosaurus. It goes in prehistoric gold because we get to see it for the very first time in the very first Jurassic Park. And overall, I feel like it's a gold dinosaur. Next up, the Diabloceratops. I'd say looks is a cool looking dinosaur. Shout out to who's ever paleo-art this is. Okay, the Amargasaurus is also a cool looking dinosaur, and I'm running out of room for the looks cool. The next dinosaur that I am going to include is the Baryonyx. The Baryonyx, I feel, is a very classic dinosaur. This dinosaur is very, very classic, and I believe should go in the classic spot. Shout out to whoever paleo-art is this. I have no clue. I don't know every single paleo-artist, but shout out to all the paleo-artists in this tier list. Okay, the last dinosaur that will go in the looks cool spot is the Pachyrhinosaurus. Oh, I didn't know that. Haven't done a tier list in so long, and okay, I guess that solves that problem. Okay. The next dinosaur that looks cool is the Saurophaganax. This is the one from Dinosaur King. Saurophaganax is an absolutely cool looking dinosaur, and I believe it should go in the looks cool spot. Okay, the next dinosaurs are the Abelisaur Majungasaurus. That goes in classic. Okay, the Dracorex also goes in the looks cool spot next to the Saurophaganax. Next dinosaur I feel that is a classic dinosaur is the Ceratosaurus. I really believe the Ceratosaurus is a very classic dinosaur, and I do enjoy it a lot. Okay, the next dinosaurs are the Mashikasaurus. I feel like the Mashikasaurus is a very cool looking dinosaur. I haven't added it to my collection yet, I don't think, so I'm gonna put it next to the Dracorex in the looks cool spot. Okay, the next raptor, I believe this is the Deinonychus. I believe it belongs in prehistoric gold because Deinonychus is just gold for me. It's golden. Okay, the next dinosaur is a Triceratops that goes alongside the other Triceratops. Wait, is this a Triceratops? Oh, sorry, I mistake this. This is a Protoceratops. Protoceratops, I believe, is classic. A classic dinosaur. I cannot believe I mistaken a Protoceratops for a Triceratops. Okay, I believe the next dinosaur is Acrocanthosaurus. That goes in the looks cool spot. And the next dinosaur to go in the looks cool spot is the Pistachosaurus, right next to the Acrocanthosaurus. Don't eat them or else. And the next dinosaur is a long-necked sauropod. I believe that all long-necked sauropods go in prehistoric gold from their appearance throughout dinosaur media. Alright, the next dinosaurs are gonna go in either boring, looks cool, or coprolite. So, the next dinosaur that also goes and looks cool is this Stegosaurid. I can't make out what it is from just its body shot, but it's a Stegosaurid, so it goes and looks cool. Okay, the next dinosaur to go in here. Most of these are body shots, so I'd try to figure out what they're supposed to be. I believe this is a raptor. All raptors go in the looks cool. I know that the Concavinator is a very cool looking dinosaur, so that goes in there as well. Okay, another raptor goes in the looks cool, another feathered raptor. Most of these I can't make out what they are because they're just body shots. Okay, the Metracanthosaurus, I believe, is a cool looking dinosaur. That goes in the cool looking spot. And of course, this dinosaur, of course, our only dinosaur to go in the boring spot is this hadrosaur duckbill dinosaur that has a, of course, it's my least favorite dinosaur in my opinion, and it goes in boring. I'm sorry to whoever likes this type of dinosaur, but it's my least favorite dinosaur. Okay, moving on to the next dinosaur, that is prehistoric gold, is the Spinosaurus that goes in prehistoric gold. And of course, the next dinosaur to go in the prehistoric gold is Dilophosaurus. However, they picked out a design that looks it's definitely interesting, I'd say. It looks very unique, and I'm gonna put it in prehistoric gold next to the Spinosaurus. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna finish up with I have no clue what this dinosaur is, but we're gonna save it for last. Okay, this is not a dinosaur. It's a marine reptile, and I feel like it goes in boring because it's not a dinosaur, and of course, it just goes in the boring section. Okay, the next dinosaur that is very cool looking is this feathered dinosaur. Most of these are body shots, so I can't really make a lot of them out. Another raptor, the other two raptors go here. This raptor also goes here. Alright, I think the last amount of theropod dinosaurs, I think this is an iguanodon, which goes in prehistoric gold. Alright, so our last four, I believe this is a ceratopsian from Dinosaur King, which goes in the looks cool spot. And I believe this is a Corythosaurus, which goes in the looks cool spot. Alright. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 theropods go in the looks cool spot. Most of these are body shots, so I can't really make out what they are. So we'll just put them there. And last but not least, the worst dinosaur looking design that I see here is this one, which goes in copper light. Alright, we did it. We added all of the dinosaurs into the spots that I feel that are absolutely fitting and perfect for me. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tier list video. Until next time, this is Christopher here. The beautiful tier list finally complete. Hope you enjoyed. Signing off.